Hello, this is Philip Tracy, owner Max Muscle of Reno, and I just had a few questions come into my Facebook page based on different types of protein that someone takes in versus injury, recovery, and really having supplemental protein that actually is good for a value and also has some purity involved into it. The actual question today was muscle milk, and is muscle milk a protein that is actually of good quality? And rather than explain what muscle milk is, I want to teach everybody how to actually find out protein purity based on the own protein at your house and give you a mathematical formula so you can come up with the own answer for yourself and be able to be educated to make some better decisions based on the knowledge I'm going to give you today. Okay, first off, I'm not even going to show you the name of the protein of a competitor's, but what I do want to show you is the scooper size. This scooper size is something that about 3 to 5 years ago, every protein manufacturer, almost every protein manufacturer in the world has gone to so that they can still keep the price of protein semi-low, but still get it out there for the consumer and they can make a profitability as well. So let's talk about this right away. This scoop is actually on this label, and it talks about serving size is 1 scoop equals 40 grams. That means that if we dip this into the protein and we fill it up to the top, we'd be able to put that on a scale right now and it would weigh 40 grams. What this label actually says is that a 40 gram 1 scoop has a certain amount of carbs, certain amount of fat, and a certain amount of protein. And on this label specifically, this 40 gram scooper will yield us 26 grams of protein. So in this scenario here, I want to be able to take our calculator and I want to be able to take a 40 gram scoop and divide it by 26. So we're typing in 26 divided by 40, and it equals us a 65% pure protein. The first question that I want to ask anybody on this is, if we all went to get our favorite steak in the most favorite restaurant we would go to eat, and we had 65% of real steak and the other percentage somewhere in that 30-40% range is going to be tofu, I actually think we would choose to not eat that steak and go find something that has a pure source of a meat protein that comes in specifically for our taste buds and specifically what we're actually craving for the day. So I want to take that in mind for you, and I want to talk about what happens when we have a less than a 70 or less than an 80% pure protein and what it does inside the body. I'm going to dump this out and I'm actually going to talk about, if I drew a line on here that somewhere is 65% pure, all this area down here is very pure, but what else was put inside here? I end up calling those fillers, binders, flavor matrices. Some could be fructose, sucralose, dextrose, all things of those natures to actually bring the taste up to where it's something that we can actually like. So for the gentleman who actually asked me about muscle milk, I would just like for you guys to take the back of your label, take that 40 grams, and take how many it yields you, because some labels say 2 scoops at 40 will equal 30 grams of protein, which brings that purity even lower, sometimes as low as 36%. I'm not going to name manufacturers out there, but I actually am going to give you the knowledge so that you guys can educate yourselves and actually put that into play to make some better decisions. The next thing that I'm actually going to talk about now is Max Pro. Max Pro is what they term the granddaddy of protein. This was designed well over 25 years ago and has never been changed in its purity level. The scooper has not gotten any bigger, and we have not changed the flavor matrix at all whatsoever. But what I want to show you right away is we're going to take the competitor scooper, and if you notice, guys, there's actually a line on our scooper that shows that this area in here is 35 grams, and you don't have to feel it to the top. And this is going to fit inside the other scooper. And then I'm going to break this down to you guys. You can actually turn this label over on Max Pro and come in here and take a look at the serving size. It's a 35 gram scooper, 5 grams less, and it actually is going to yield us in the total protein count 30 grams, which is 4 to 5 grams of protein more. So when we do that mathematical conversion on the calculator, we're actually taking those two numbers, dividing the 30 by the 35 gram scooper, and we're actually getting somewhere around 88% purity. So 88% pure is something that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has actually termed a whole food supplement. That means that this actually breaks down inside the body just like it is a whole food supplement because of the purity level, and we use much less fillers and much less binders. And most of the competitors that are out there, yes, it is a lower purity, but they use this thing called marketing ploys that actually write all over the labels that it could be glutamine infused, branched chain amino infused, and for us and most of the people out there in the general public, we think that's positive. I used to think that is positive, but I've noticed that if I take in a supplemental protein from a competitor that is not a Max Muscle supplement, I find that I am hungrier within a certain period of time because a glutamine infused amino or an amino infused, branched chain amino infused protein is really not the complete amino chain that our bodies actually need for full recovery and to be able to help all the internal workings of the body, not just necessarily the hair, skin, and nails, but the largest organ in the body is our skin, and our skin is made up of aminos. So just finding that if you would switch from a supplemental protein that is very low on the purity level into a protein that actually is higher on the purity level, most customers find that they will drop body fat, they will retain a little bit more lean body mass, they sleep better, they have more energy in the day, and one of the most important things is all of our spouses and significant others and our friends find out we don't have gas from a protein that actually gives you a stronger source of purity. The reason for that is in our supplemental protein, we really don't have the ability inside of our body to fish our way through all of those binders and fillers and actually deplete them as waste out the system. So it can cause the byproduct of gas. It can see some liver enzymes would elevate, and there's actually some times that you'll actually get a chemical taste inside your body and actually burp a little bit of a, not necessarily a chemical taste, but sometimes a sour stomach that comes out of there. Now given, very, very, very true statement here is if we were to stay with this competitor's protein for a period of time, and I like to say it's somewhere around 21 days or more, our bodies are meant to adapt. We can adapt to hot weather, we can adapt to cold weather, and realistically we can adapt to food. And so what that means is we will elevate some digestive enzymes in our body for a period of time to start breaking down the crude protein. The only challenge to this is we are a complete body. We have complete hair, skin, and nails. We actually are trying to be stronger in our recreational output and our cardio and trying to get our bodies to do something different, whether it be losing weight or gaining muscle. And I feel we need to have a complete source of protein that comes in so that there is nothing that is denatured or there are no amino chains that are missing. If you guys have questions based on what is a complete amino chain, please send me in a private message or put it up on Facebook, get a hold of me in some fashion, and I can actually break down that complete amino chain at a later date through another video. Again, if you guys have questions, please send that in here to Max Muscle of Reno. We're always here to be the authority on sports nutrition and advice on any questions that you might have. We'll be back next time and we'll actually break down a little bit more in depth and detail when it comes into other protein. And until next time, let me know what works out best for you guys on your complete protein source. Have a good day.